Welcome back to the Dark Truth Diaries. I'm glad you're here, because tonight's story isn't just about crime. It's about power. It's about fear. And it's about what happens when the wrong person decides to push someone too far. This is a story I became involved in personally. Not as a detective. Not as law enforcement. But as the one person a woman trusted when she felt trapped, hunted, and slowly erased by a man who believed he owned her secrets. He thought blackmail made him untouchable. He thought silence meant weakness. He thought fear would keep her obedient forever. He was wrong. This is the story of how a victim turned into a strategist. And how a man who thrived on control became the architect of his own destruction. This is. He blackmailed her. Until she became his worst mistake. The first message came at 2:14 a.m. No greeting. No explanation. Just 6 words. I think someone is ruining my life. Her name was Elena Cross. She didn't ask for help right away. She asked if I'd listen. When we met days later, Elena didn't look like someone in danger. She looked composed. Professional. Put together. But her hands shook when she reached for her coffee. That's how I knew. She said. There's a man who owns pieces of my past, and is using them to destroy my future. That man's name was Marcus Hale. Elena met Marcus 5 years earlier. She was younger then. Fresh out of college. Ambitious. Trusting. Marcus was older. Charismatic. Connected. He offered her mentorship. Introduced her to people. Opened doors she didn't even know existed. And like many predators, he didn't rush. He waited. Late nights turned into private conversations. Private conversations turned into secrets. Secrets turned into mistakes. Nothing illegal. Nothing violent. Just enough vulnerability for someone like Marcus to weaponize later. The first blackmail message came years after they stopped speaking. A single email. No subject line. Just an attachment. A photo Elena never remembered being taken. And a sentence underneath. Let's not pretend this never happened. Marcus didn't ask for money at first. That's what made him dangerous. He asked for obedience. Favors. Introductions. Silence. Every time Elena hesitated, another message arrived. Another photo. Another recording. Another reminder. He never threatened directly. He didn't have to. Fear filled in the blanks. Elena said something that still chills me. He didn't need to hurt me. He made me hurt myself. She stopped sleeping. Stopped trusting. Stopped planning for the future. Her life shrank. That's what blackmail does. This is the part people always ask about. Why didn't she go to the police? Because Marcus had planned for that. Every message was phrased carefully. Every request seemed mutual. Every threat was implied, never stated. He wanted plausible deniability. And worse. He convinced Elena that no one would believe her. That's when she decided something crucial. If I'm already trapped, I might as well learn the cage. That decision changed everything. The turning point came quietly. Marcus demanded Elena sabotage a colleague. A woman he disliked. That was the first time Elena said no. Marcus responded instantly. You're forgetting who controls the narrative. Instead of panicking, Elena did something unexpected. She started recording everything. Every email. Every call. Every favor. Every threat, spoken or implied. She stopped deleting messages. She started studying Marcus. His routines. His habits. His weaknesses. Fear gave way to focus. And focus gave way to strategy. Elena realized something Marcus didn't expect. He was arrogant. He believed she was broken. Dependent. Cornered. So he became careless. He bragged. Overshared. Made mistakes. He told her stories about others he'd handled. That's when Elena understood. She wasn't his first victim. She wouldn't be his last. Unless someone stopped him. For nearly a year, Elena played the role Marcus expected. Compliant. Quiet. Afraid. But behind the scenes, She was building a case. Not just against Marcus. Against his pattern. She reached out anonymously to others. Carefully. Patiently. She found 3 more women. All silenced. All manipulated. All terrified. And for the first time, Marcus wasn't dealing with one victim. He was dealing with a network. Elena didn't confront Marcus. She outgrew him. She stopped reacting. Stopped panicking. And that terrified him. Because predators rely on emotional responses. Silence makes them nervous. Marcus started messaging more frequently. More aggressively. That's when Elena made her move. She handed everything to a lawyer. Not for revenge. For leverage. Marcus received a letter. Formal. Calm. Unemotional. It outlined. Documented harassment. Coercion. Digital extortion. Multiple victims. Ongoing investigation. And one final line. Further contact will be considered admission of guilt. Marcus panicked. He called Elena repeatedly. Texted. Begged. Threatened. She didn't answer. For the first time in years. He had lost control. Marcus wasn't arrested immediately. Reality was slower. But it was relentless. His business partners distanced themselves. His reputation crumbled quietly. Legal pressure mounted. And most importantly, his power disappeared. The thing he valued most. Elena rebuilt. Not overnight. Not easily. But deliberately. She changed careers. Moved cities. Reclaimed herself. When I asked her how she felt about Marcus now, she said, "He taught me something valuable. Never give someone power over your silence." Blackmail doesn't always look like threats and violence. Sometimes it looks like smiles and quiet control. And the most dangerous victims are the ones who stop being afraid. If this story moved you, disturbed you, or made you think, let me know in the comments. Would you have done what Elena did? Or would you have handled it differently? This is the Dark Truth Diaries. If you believe stories like this deserve to be told, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because the truth doesn't disappear. It waits. Until next time, stay aware, and never underestimate the person you think you control.